This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 19th day of December in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Ahead of Friday's no-confidence motion and vote, the APNU-AFC coalition government is reassuring that it is united, strong and stable. In a statement last evening, the government said that at yesterday's cabinet meeting, members reaffirmed their patriotic commitment to Guyana as they strengthened their resolve to realize the good life for all. The government said, though not without challenges and a few missteps, its successes are numerous and impressive after over 3 years in office. Those statements were reconfirmed today by Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu.
Now here is an opposition that has faced an election in 2015, and they were defeated. Even though we had a one-seat majority in the National Assembly, it is still the AFC and the APNU coalition that had won the elections. So we're there. So they have a minority of the seats, and they come forward and said, okay, we are going to move this motion to remove the government. We want to topple the government before elections.
The government says it has restored Guyana's credibility in the world, protected its national sovereignty and territorial integrity, and ensured that there is an independent judiciary, an autonomous parliament, and other constitutional agencies. The government has been laying out its case against the no-confidence motion by highlighting several of its successes, while offering a commitment to continue to work on the side of the people. The coalition government holds a one-seat majority in the National Assembly. It intends to use that same one seat to defeat the motion that is being brought by the opposition leader, Jagdeo.
They're saying, okay, we are tabling the motion, hoping that one member of the government will vote with them. You can't do guesswork. It is too serious a matter for you to want to remove a government only on guesswork, only on the basis that you think that the government would break up. One of its members will vote with the opposition. So they have now started a new campaign to say, you know, we want this motion to be deferred. Bring it next year, not this year. They want to keep this objectionable feature of our politics hanging in the society. Why? They want to kill Christmas.
More news coming up in just a moment.
Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho ho ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
Saturday, 22nd December. New venue, Sports Hall Tarmac. One and move with the champ himself, Governor.
You chat too much, so you have to get one and move. When me say you get one and move. Man crush, MCM, listen that.
New venue, Sports Hall Tarmac. Saturday, 22nd December. Set for Life Entertainment presents Governor live in concert. Sponsored by Fireside Grill and Chill, Extra Beer, Magic City, Wayne's Beverage Depot, and 94.1 Boom FM.
This Christmas, get a loan for your dream car with an extended repayment term. Spruce up your home with that renovation you always wanted and take advantage of low or no down payment. Get new appliances so you can cook up a storm. You'll get same-day approval. Plus, you can win a getaway to a destination of your choice. Visit RepublicGuyana.com today to find out how.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The teenage pregnancy rate in Guyana is highest in the hinterland regions. That's the finding of a recent survey that examined adolescent pregnancies in 2015 and 2016. In both of those years, the figures pointed to the hinterland communities as having the highest number of teenage pregnancies. Dr. Maurice Edwards of the Ministry of Public Health revealed the findings this morning at the launching of the survey.
We looked at data up to 2016. look at 2015 and 2016, that's being reflected here. We find that Region 1 in 2015 had the highest pregnancy rate. Maybe your eyes are better than mine. I'm seeing 146.86. And then we have Region 7 at 123. In 2016, we find that Region 9 had the highest rate, while Region 1 had the second highest rate. So you put that together, we find that the hinterland or interior locations, they have the highest pregnancy rate. Also, if we looked at, and that was Ministry of Public Health data, looking at data from the mix, we find that Regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, again, the hinterland locations, they have the highest birth rate of 187, and they also have the highest adolescent fertility rate.
Public Health Minister Valdo Lawrence said there is clearly the need for more work to be done at the government and non-governmental levels to deal with the issue.
Do not recognize that apart from contraceptives and apart from sharing information, is that the Ministry of Public Health must now collaborate with the Ministry of Social Protection, the Ministry of Indigenous Affairs, to also address the social determinants that are pushing many of these young persons. You heard from Dr. Edwards, and you saw many of them listed in the reports.
Minister Lawrence said the various factors that play a role in adolescent pregnancies must also be examined.
Admittedly, these challenges cannot be addressed solely by the Ministry of Public Health. The need for commitment of other ministries, communities, education, and social protection agencies are among those list of things which will help us to achieve our goal to bring the number of teenage pregnancy down. Our national health priorities for our adolescents must become the thrust of our energies.
The survey was a joint collaboration between the Public Health Ministry, UNICEF, and the United Nations Family Planning Association. The Guyana Police Force today named Detective Sergeant Rodwell Sarabo as its best cop for 2018. The detective, who is attached to the CID headquarters, was credited for his outstanding work in leading and assisting in solving several major murder cases and other investigations. In accepting his award at the police force's annual award ceremony, the best cop said it was always a dream of his to become a member of the Guyana Police Force. And since joining the force, he has seen the results of his hard work and sleepless nights.
I believe that all of us were born with a purpose. All of us have something that we were supposed to do. And all of us have some goodness. And within that goodness, it gives us the responsibility to manifest greatness.
He also told the officers gathered that they all should push themselves to continue striving for excellence. Dream big, he said, as he warned, however, that they should not mistake movement for progress.
If you want something, you have to work very hard to get it and to achieve it. Not because you're doing something means you're getting something done. Because you can run in place all day, but it would not go anywhere. So don't confuse movement with progress.
Police Commissioner Leslie James congratulated the best cop and the other awardees. He said in the new year, the police force will be boosting its criminal investigation efforts as the reform plan kicks in.
Our ranks are exposed to training, forensic type interviews, among some other areas, which in a general way will be boosting our criminal investigation efforts. Our social crime prevention program has been heightened and is very much evident in all police divisions. These awards, in a general way, seek to build morale, of course, motivation. And I should mention that this year, 2018, we've had our fair share of issues, but through the collective effort, we're able to surmount all of those issues.
The commissioner also said that the police force intends to work closely with communities around the country in the efforts to fight crime, and that will make a part of its social crime program. Last week, the Guyana Police Force announced that serious crimes are down by 11% this year when compared to last year. And finally tonight, opposition leader Jagdeo is not buying that more than 400 persons were killed under his government as a result of the actions of a death squad. He told a media conference earlier this week that it is a fallacy and nothing more.
You have the Feynman gang members. All of these are Feynman gang members. These are the Bartica massacre people. Members of Feynman gang, including Feynman is on the list himself. He's on it. The Lindo Creek people, the Agricola people killed here in their list of 400. Those beaten to death by individuals, by a mob, they arrived here on the list. 2 persons who died of heart attack are on this list. Lieutenant Colonel D. Narain died from heart attack, and Tony Ross, and they're on their list. This is the fallacy. They're going to come back with this. They don't have anything else. It's going back to the past. But we can talk about, what about the campaign of more fire and slow fire?
Mr. Jagdeo said if one wants to examine the death squads and murders during that period, they must also look at the periods before.
Who from APNU used to visit Buxton? Who from APNU, not APNU, AFC, some of the leaders of the current AFC and APNU and PNC, they used to visit here. Who were they? What about the storming of the office of the president, where people were killed? Who burned down the Ministry of Health? Who burned down the Ministry of Health? You can ask about all of these things, and you will see deep links to many of these current people.
Recently, there have been renewed calls for the government to launch a full-scale investigation into what has been termed the Jagdeo-era killings. The then opposition parties had compiled a list of the hundreds of persons who were murdered during the crime wave under the Jagdeo administration. That list was forwarded to the United Nations. It was under Jagdeo and his presidency that the death squad emerged, and at first appeared to be targeting criminals, but then became murder for hire mercenaries. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.